Okay, what about services? How should I set my pricing?
There's three ways you can price it. You can do hourly pricing, you can do like a project based, or you can do like a value based pricing. Like with hourly, you're gonna have to set that quite high because you're gonna have to factor in, your staff wages or your own wages, overheads. There's equipment costs. You might have to hire a space, things like that. I think generally a project based pricing is a bit better. So you're semi pricing for the outcome, but you might want to sort of factor in some parameters in there. We've quoted for a day's work or 3 days work here, and if things blow out beyond that, then there'd be extra charges if there's like unforeseeable delays and stuff
Yes.
like that, or if the brief changes, basically.
Yeah.
So you want to be basing your pricing on sort of the value that you're providing rather than just an hourly rate, so you're not sort of feeling like you're rushing a job
Yes.
to get it done as quickly as possible. Then you might not be actually providing the best service in the end. So you're going to want to aim for a gross margin of sort of 70 to 80% when you're a product-based business. There are so many things that you need to factor in. So you kind of want your landed cost to be sort of times by about 5. There's staff wages, there's pick pack fees, there's marketing costs, all your utilities, your subscriptions, shipping. You've got to factor in all of those things. So you really do need that margin. And then at the end of the day, your net profit might only be sort of 5, 10, 15% once you've factored in all those expenses. You really need that margin. You need to make sure that you're pricing your wholesale pricing and your fee accordingly.
What kind of profit margin should I be aiming for?
This varies quite widely, and it will probably vary as you grow as well. I'd say a healthy business would have at least an 8 to 10% profit margin net at the end of the day once you've factored in max, super, all of your wages, everything, all your expenses. I know there are businesses out there like grocery or like some e-com businesses that operate on sort of a 3, 4%, 5% margin, which is okay when you've got that level of scale. It can be a bit risky operating with margins that thin. And then if you have, a big event like COVID, and if that really affects your business in a bad way, that can really wipe you out. Service-based businesses can have a much higher margin because your operating expenses might be a lot lower.
Just offering your time.
Exactly, time, and you don't have as much equipment or shipping and pick pack fees or inventory to worry about. But as you grow and scale, you might have to invest in more things like marketing expenses, so that might eat into your profit margin, but it'll help you grow. Or you might want to expand into a nice new workplace or a warehouse and invest in like bigger equipment, so those things impact your profit margin as you scale.